So far with my cheap E60 M5, we spent most of our time and money in getting it to run right. Maintenance was the main focus. Everything from the SMG system to the rod bearings and even the throttle actuators. But the one thing I've neglected is the exterior of the car, and today that changes. The first and biggest upgrade we have here on the table are these Apex wheels. These are EC7 RS's 19-inch wheels for the E60 M5. These are fully forged, which you guys know that means they're extremely light and very strong. These are finished and brushed, which look absolutely amazing in person, guys. And because they do have clear coat, you don't have to maintain them over time like most brushed wheels. I also think it's such a classic design that brushed is just the way to go. The rears are 19 by 10.5 plus 25, and the fronts are 19 by 9.5 plus 22. For tires, I decided to go a different route this time. Yokohama Advent Apex. Rears are 295/30, fronts are 265/35. I'm normally very picky with tires. I normally stick to like the Michelin PS4 tires or their Extreme Contact Sports from Continental. But since the M5 doesn't really make a ton of like low-end power like my other cars, I figured I'd try these out, and I've heard they're pretty good and they're budget friendly. E60 is also gonna get these taillights right here. I know a lot of you guys wanted me to go with LCI. I wanted to try out something different. These are OLED style for the E60, and I think they look very, very good. And lastly, we got some I&D gloss black painted front grills. Definitely had a lot more mods planned for this video to like fully transform the outside of the E60 M5, but many of the parts got delayed. I want to keep you guys hanging on E60 M5 content. I know you guys love that car. As always, I'll make it really easy for you guys. If you're interested in any of these upgrades, I'll have them linked down in the video's description. So the one thing I didn't mention, the Apex wheels, one of my favorite features about them, OEM center cap friendly. So you can use your OEM caps. I'm not gonna use the OEM ones, but just like the G87 M2, let's wait for the cop to go by. Just like the G87 M2 video when we did the VS5 RS wheels. We got some choices today. We did end up going with the Apex ones for the M2. They were smaller. I think it looked good with the anthracite color. For this one, kind of dig the I kind of dig the OEM ones. We do have the OEM ones on here. These are the floating ones. So no matter what direction you have the wheel, the BMW words are always gonna sit upright. So let's give them a shot. Yeah, me likey that. The reason I like those is because this is such an OEM style wheel that just kind of adds the cherry on top for like the... For this one, we'll do the Apex one. There you go. BMW floating cap, Apex. Unlike the G87 M2, where it had the anniversary badges on the hood and the trunk, this one actually has the BMW logo, the traditional one up front and the rear, so these are gonna match very good. You don't have to ever worry about them being upside down at any point. I think we'll do that. We'll put them on the car, both options, and then we'll see what looks better. One of the biggest pros when it comes to forged wheels is the weight. The rears were around 20.5 pounds and the fronts were 19 pounds. And for those of you guys that are interested, the rears have the deepest concave offered for this wheel design, profile number 4. And the fronts have slightly less concave at profile 3. Apex did provide a set of spacers for the front to ensure that we clear the strut. I don't think they make dedicated sizes for the E60 M5, so that's how they combat that. So they did send over a 15 mil and a 12 mil along with longer bolts. Eventually, I'm probably just gonna do a stud conversion, but that's one of the parts that were delayed. 15 mil, guys. The rear's not gonna require anything, just the front. I just don't understand how you can get your center caps to look like that. I've had several BMWs that were like 15 plus years old, and the caps never looked that bad. How? How does that happen? The center caps got curb rashes. Curb rashes. I guess the benefit of having rusty hubs, you don't need to hold the wheel up, it just stays there. Alright, so that's what the wheels look like with the Apex center cap. Not a bad look. I don't know, man. I think that's it. What you think, Mike?
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Apex ones look good on the M2, but on the E60, I don't know. Classic design, classic car. This, what's up, bro? Put my ride right there, I like it.
Spin the wheel of fortune.
There you go, bro. Let's see if you win the jackpot. Look at that, you always win.
Yeah, I always win.
Listen guys, I haven't even lowered the M5 from the lift and I can already tell you these wheels are going to look freaking epic on the M5. But before getting it off the lift, I'm going to go ahead and do the remainder 2 mods. We'll do the kidney grills and then we'll move on to the rear section to do the taillights. So about these taillights, I won't be installing them in this video. I decided to group them up in a future video. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss out on that video when it goes live. So check out what just came into the shop recently, which wasn't going to be installed in this video, but since it just showed up, why not? These are gloss black, the side grills from Auto Technic. I also ordered some brand new OEM M5 badges, which I already went ahead and installed off camera. So we'll do the side fender grills and then we'll move on to the front kidney grills. Removing these can be a little bit annoying. You have like these clip parts. That's what secures it onto the fender of the car. These are like extremely clapped, as you guys can see. M5 badge is, this is so bad, I don't even know. This is not even real carbon. Oh, look at that. It's already falling apart. So these don't even fit very good. So normally with these cheap aftermarket side grill things, they're really hard to remove because the fitment is really bad, but we'll attempt to remove them. If I have to break them off, I'll do it because who cares? Nobody wants that shit anyways. You have the 4 clips, 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath. So I guess we'll attempt to do it that way. But again, these don't fit very well. It seems like they're excessively sunken in. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm just gonna see if I can pry. I think the clips are weak anyways. Let's see if I can remove it this way. Oh, look at that. There you go, that's one of the clips right there. Oh my God. For sale, $5. Oh yeah. That looks great. Me like it. So the same story here with the front kidney grills. Cheap aftermarket ones don't fit very good. As you guys can see, that's how it came off. The clips are not doing anything. Done. It's not supposed to be that easy. Normally you have to get behind, try to pry from here, or open up this section so you can get your hand in there, or you get a really nice tug this way, but it's normally not that easy. You got the I&D grills, black painted, gloss. Oh, here's an interesting observation. Clips are broken. That's what happened there. They're broken. The ones from the previous ones. There's a broken one here, broken one here. And the strangest part, carbon clips. So you got some black grills that have some carbon clips, bro. Strange. You know my guess? Here's my guess. Black grills, but carbon clips. And this used to have carbon fiber grills at one point. They ripped them off, left the old clips in there, and then tried to install these. And of course they wouldn't fit because the clip sections are occupied. Well, I don't understand some BMW owners, to be honest. That definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would. Those clips, I had to remove them in pieces, so. Miles better. Look at that fitment. And now, nice and tight. And because I&D painted these, the quality of the finish is like this. That's the quality of the finish, like this. So what I'll do now is I'll wash the car and then I'll show you guys what the M5 looks like with the side grills, the front kidney grills, and the wheels. What do you guys think? The M5 finally got some new shoes and she's ready to get wrapped. I did make a few tweaks off camera so it could look a little bit more aggressive. The front was unchanged, so we still got the same wheel, same tire size, and that 15 mil spacer. It's nearly flush. I can probably get away with a 17 or 18, but I will tell you this, I've been driving the car for the last 5 days, 0 rubbing, 0 scraping, and I am lowered on the Bilstein shocks and H&R springs. The rear is where I did all the tweaking. I actually added a 12 mil spacer, which might be a little bit too much because we're getting a bit of poke. So I'm gonna probably downgrade that to a 10 mil. And I ditched the 295 tires in favor for a 305 so I can get a taller sidewall. The 295/30 had a shorter sidewall than the OEM setup, and I wasn't a huge fan. So now I got the 305s. It's the same Yokohama Advent Apex wheels, just a lot more meaty for sure. Here's what it looks like from the rear. A little bit of poke. Like I said, I can just change the spacer from a 12 to a 10. I would have done it now, but I don't have those in stock at the moment. I will tell you this, ever since I installed the wheels and drove the car for like 4 or 5 days, I've been thinking a lot.
Enough just isn't enough.
I think that the car needs a little bit more low, especially in the rear. Again, I have the Bilstein shocks and H&R lowering springs, and I don't know if that's enough for me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's very functional. The ride is very, very comfortable. But I don't know. I don't mind sacrificing a little bit of comfort for aggression and sportiness. I think the front height is pretty good. Maybe I have an inch lower as well. I think it'll be perfect. Well, I guess this side looks a little bit lower because I'm on a slight incline. But still, I think it needs a tad bit more low. Or is it perfect? What do you guys think? So what I think I'm gonna do is I'll swap out the 15 mil spacer for a 17 or 18 just to test it out and see if I like it or not. Hopefully it doesn't rub. And then we'll go from a 12 mil spacer to a 10 mil in the back, and I think that's gonna be perfect. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, then you guys probably don't know, but the car is getting wrapped. The car is getting headers, which a lot of you guys are so excited for. The car is getting headlights, it's getting a front lip, and some other stuff that I'm gonna keep it a secret. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because you do not wanna miss out on those episodes, trust me. And hit the like button, because it really does help out the channel. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.